Hello viewers, this is Just Network TV, a place where you can get the latest information about Nigerian news. For those who subscribe, I want to say a very big thank you to you for subscribing. We'll say God bless you. If you're yet to do so, please kindly press the subscription button below. And now the news in details. Federal government hit Wike. Police commissioner, Air Force Base commander in trouble. The federal government said on Wednesday that the two Calverton helicopter pilots arrested in Rivers State by Governor Wike over lockdown violation were duly authorized to fly. This was disclosed by the Minister of Aviation, Senator Hadi Sirika, while briefing journalists in Abuja. He said the State Commissioner of Police and the commander of Air Force Base in Port Harcourt that witnessed the arrest of the pilot exhibited dangerous ignorance and lack of competence and would have to answer for their actions. He said, "We gave the arrested pilot approval to fly. Civil aviation is on exclusive list item number 3 there. So no other person but the federal government has authority to legislate upon. So also is the Nigerian Air Force. Armed forces are also on exclusive list. There is no other person that has the legal right to legislate upon. The Air Force officer who jumped the commander-in-chief also jumped the chief of defense staff and ignored who jumped the chief of air staff and ignored. To call a governor to come into property of the federal government of Nigeria to make an arrest exhibited dangerous ignorance and incompetence grossly. The police that followed the governor to go in there exhibited dangerous ignorance from our perspective in civil aviation. Whether we gave approval for the flight, yes, we did, and we did in national interest. All of these flights are for the purposes of improving the national revenue, to which Rivers State is the greatest beneficiary. Those flights by Calverton, Harrow Contractor, Harwich, Bristol, and were for national interest and improved national revenue. At a time where oil has gone below $30 per barrel and the cost of production is $30. In the wisdom of President Muhammadu Buhari, I thought that this be allowed so that the nation would not be crippled and national revenue would not be lost. It was against this background that we have the authority and being exclusively on the exclusive list, and we have the powers in civil aviation, guided by the Civil Aviation Act 2016, approved such flights. Those flights were approved lawfully, legally, and correct. So yes, we do everything lawful and legal and reasonable to get those pilots back, and operations will continue in national interest. So guys, what is your own take about this? What do you think about the federal government? Mr. Minister, we think the statement is a disgrace to this country, trust me. And it shows the direction of this government is nothing but ignorance and above rules of engagement. That's what I can say. Because exclusive list, yet the governors give part of security votes to police. The governor also give part of security vote to armies, to soldiers, and the rest. If they don't know, they should know today that Wike is the chief security officer of Rivers State. And for whatever interest the presidency and his government, they should be communicated to him appropriately before now. And that is how it's supposed to be. He is the governor. They have to communicate with him. And that's the thing. And the question that we need to ask them is that, can they tell the Nigerian people the mission or purpose of the flights to Rivers State? And the relationship to oil price per barrel. They need to answer the question. They need to sit down and answer that question. Because he also is the governor of Rivers State. And they need to give him the due respect that he is the governor. So he has to be aware about anything. And that's the thing. And Nigerians are saying that you people are confused. How can you allow flights when you say we have total lockdown? What if the passenger has coronavirus? And that's the fact about it. That is the thing. I said something that this total lockdown cannot be 100% lockdown. We all know our government. They said total lockdown and they are still allowing some flights. Don't forget about the virus that is spreading all over the place. It is crazy. Trust me. And Nigerians are saying that Wike will win this case in any foreign court. But in a country of corruption, I doubt it. Where is the Chief Justice Aboki? God deal. Only APC government knows the laws. You didn't help the River State with any amount, but go in a trickish way to infect the laws, abiding citizens of the state. Impossible. You know, Nigerians are actually, they stand for Governor Wike. They supported him because he is right. You know, and Nigerians are even saying the same thing, that this is not a time to apportion blames. We have a common enemy to fight, which is COVID-19. The governor never stopped flight from operating, but cautioned that those flown in should submit themselves for tests to avoid the spread of the disease. Mr. Minister, before COVID-19, has Wike ever stopped Bristol and Co for operating? The answer is no. So if you all in Abuja should grant them permission to fly, you should as well tell them to submit to the state authority when they come in. This is to enable the state government to perform their swell duties. The thing is that why would they allow the flight to function when they set total lockdown? Which means the laws is not people, which means the governments, they are not abiding with the law. That is just the meaning. So this is to tell you that the federal government, they gave Calverton helicopter approval to fly to Rivers, knowing fully well that there is a restriction to travel in and out of the River State, and violated it. This is not good. Because is it a show of power? Is that what they are trying to do? Or just calculate to humiliate the governor of River State? Because that is what I feel about it. It's just that they are trying to humiliate him. Fine, these people, they are traveling, they want to, the flights are traveling to River State. Of course, they have to pass through those tests. This is a critical stage. That whether would the federal government allow the flight or not, the people that are in that flight, they need to conduct a test for coronavirus disease. That's the way I feel about it. Because the thing is that, are we no more a federation? If we are still a federation, why did the federal government decide to disregard Governor Wike's order without consulting him as the chief security officer of the state? It is crazy, you know. And Nigerians are saying that is why we have Federal Air Force craft dropping arms for Boko Haram and terrorists at different time and different locations in the country. So guys, to me, I think the federal government would have communicated with Governor Wike because he is the governor of Rivers State. At least they should have given him that respect as being the governor. So what do you think about this? Your comment is highly appreciated. And kindly drop your comments at the comment section below. For those who subscribe, I want to say a very big thank you to you for subscribing. We'll say God bless you. We really appreciate you. We love you. And if you're yet to do so, please kindly press the subscription button below. And also, please don't forget to also press the notification button so that whenever we upload news, you will be the first person to listen to our latest news. God bless you. We appreciate you. And always stay safe. Bye.